Hi, it's Harry here from UK Football Trials. Now in this video I'm interviewing George Hardwick about how you can be confident on the pitch. George is a sports psychologist who has worked with world-renowned sports athletes and musicians, and he's going to share some top insights that you really need to listen to give yourself the best chance of making it as a pro player. Hope you enjoy the video.
In the video we've got today, what we're going to look at is the 6 key basic ingredients of confidence in any situation. And then for the Improve My Football section, we've put together a series of, I think, 20 videos about how the players can build their confidence on the pitch and build their confidence with their teammates. But those videos are really kind of football specific. But what I want to make sure is that, anyone watching this video, maybe it's the brother or the sister of someone who's, a member of the UK Football Trials community, maybe they're lacking in confidence. Well, let's make sure we can help them as well. So in this video, I want to make sure we cover the foundation. What are the basics that allow anyone to be confident? I've put it together in a little kind of framework called S.M.I.L.E.S. So if we can remember S.M.I.L.E.S, we can remember to be confident, right? And of course, that's one in itself. Did you know that when you smile, you activate certain neurotransmitters in your brain that actually make you feel better? So even as a basic, let's remember to smile all the time. So S.M.I.L.E.S, you've got 6 letters, S.M.I.L.E.S, okay? The first one, S, is about taking small steps. Okay. Because one of the reasons that people feel like their confidence takes a battering is that they feel overwhelmed. Okay. They feel like they have this thing they have to complete and it's just too much. And they feel like they can never achieve it. And so what we say is, maybe let's bring this into a sporting context, right? So let's say you want to improve your finishing. And at the moment, you keep kicking the ball over the bar. You keep kicking it too high. We may think, I can never improve this, right? Well, what we suggest is don't try and be slotting it in the goal straight away. Okay. Let's make sure that, for the first thing we do, you're planting your foot right. Don't worry about where the ball goes at the moment. Let's just do that one tiny step. Make sure you're planting your foot correctly. Yep. Okay? Because the reason we do this is when we achieve small little things, we get a huge boost we feel great. We're like, oh great, I did this. Yep. And even if it's something tiny, we still feel brilliant about it. Okay? Even if it's something tiny. And of course, if you've done something, you've achieved something, you feel great, what are you going to do? What are you going to want to do more? And so suddenly you've taken lots and lots of small steps and they've allowed you to do something big. Yep. So the first step of building confidence is to don't try and eat the elephant all at once. Just do tiny bite-sized chunks, and the more of those you do, the better you'll feel about yourself and the more you'll want to do. And before you know it, you'll be performing magic.
Fantastic. And I remember that I think I've spoken to you about this, about the Cristiano Ronaldo story. Okay. And our head coach, Kevin Kemp, when he was at Manchester United, he said that at the end of training, Ronaldo would work on a step over, just one step over, and he would do it with one foot going one way around the pitch, and then do it with his other foot going the other way around the pitch. And then when Ronaldo went back inside, he played the ball against the wall, and then it simulated him receiving the ball to then do the step over. So I suppose that then takes one move, doing it off your left and your right foot, static, and then going into receiving the ball and then doing it. So that is
absolutely it's a great example from one of the world's best players. He's broken down his step over into what are each of the little parts I need to get brilliant at, and then he's put them all together. But he's not tried to do it all at once, because all he'd do then is just keep tripping over the ball and he'd get no further on. So great example. Fantastic. So S, first bit of S.M.I.L.E.S is small steps. Great. Okay. Next, M is meals. Okay. You can't expect to feel great, to have positive thoughts and emotions if you're putting rubbish into your body. It's that simple. And I don't just say this from, personal experience, which there's been loads of it. Whenever I eat well, I feel great. Whenever I have too much refined sugar especially, my mood is all over the place. Yeah. But you only need to look at the work that people like Jamie Oliver have done around improving school dinners and how that's had a direct impact on behaviour in the classroom to see that what we're talking here is absolute sense and absolute fact. Yeah. So, and let me just say about how important this element is. Because I've seen a few of the videos from UK Football Trials, and where you're talking about the importance of attitude. Yeah. And how scouts these days, if you haven't got a good attitude, your chance of getting scouted is pretty much zero. Yep. Right? Well, let's look at it this way, right? If you're putting into your body food that is not going to make you feel good, it's going to make your mood go up and down, what could happen is if you happen to have a certain incident happen in a match or in the changing room, and at that point you're in a bad mood because of what you've eaten, and you kick off, you get angry, and maybe you do something you regret. Well, maybe that's the one moment when a scout spots you, and suddenly your chance is gone. And it's not because you didn't have a good attitude. You may have the best attitude, but for that one moment, because you'd eaten things that weren't serving you, you missed your opportunity. Yep. And that's how important it is to make sure your meals are full of good stuff.
Fantastic. And I suppose that then moves into the hydration, not drinking sugary drinks, and the timings of those meals, and that's something that we go further into when it comes to the...
Absolutely, and I'm sure the guys in the conditioning and strength videos in the Improve My Football will go into that in more detail, but certainly, sugary energy drinks, ultimately, they give you a spike of energy and then they drop you lower than you were. Yep. And so you keep having to drink them, keep on drinking them. Not only is it expensive, it's terrible for your body. Some of the chemicals in there, you wouldn't give those to your children.
It's incredible. We talk about the importance of attitude, like you said, and then on the second part, you're saying that what we're eating, what we're drinking, has an effect on your confidence, has an effect on your mood and your attitude.
Yeah, I mean, it's all related. It's all related.
Amazing. Yeah.
So we've got S, small steps. M is your meals.
Yeah.
I of S.M.I.L.E.S is ignore. Ignore what? Ignore the haters. Look, haters are going to hate. There are going to be people who are going to throw negativity your way. Yep. And if you accept that negativity, it's going to have an impact on your game. Okay? We are human beings. We are social creatures. We like to connect with each other. Yep. And so what other people say, it can have a real impact on us, but only if we let it. And let me give you a kind of example. It's a little bit cheeky, but I hope we go with it. Imagine I had a piece of dog poo. Yep. Right? And I wrapped it up, put a nice bow on it, and I tried to give you this dog poo as a gift. Yep. What are you going to say?
Well, I'd pretty much throw you out, and then I would say, keep it for yourself.
Keep it, so there's no way you'd accept my dog poo, right?
I'm afraid not.
But that's what's happened. When people give you negativity, maybe you say, I've got the dream of being a professional footballer, and people laugh at you. Or they say, you've got no chance, you're rubbish, whatever it might be. What are they doing? They're giving you their dog poo. Yep. And if you accept it, your confidence will start to stink. Yep. It's a silly metaphor, but it works, right? And it's absolutely true. So the I of S.M.I.L.E.S is ignore the haters. What other people think of you is none of your business. You do your thing, you pursue your dreams, and in time, you will inspire them. That's the thing here. In time, you will inspire them. If you keep pursuing your dream, you keep shining your light, you will inspire others.
Interesting you say that, George, because the people that throw negativity at you, they're probably never going to go away. And no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter what you say, there's always going to be somebody that will say something. And we can't control that, but we can control our reaction and the way we respond to that.
Absolutely. And you know what this links into again? Your meals. If you've been eating the wrong things and someone says something negative to you, you're much more likely to kick off and go nuts than if you've been eating good stuff, and then you can just go, okay, cool, thanks, I'm not going to accept your dog poo today, and you're going to go and practice getting even better at your football. So it all starts to link in, as we can see. So S, small steps. M is make sure you're eating good meals. I, ignore the haters. You pursue your goal. Yeah. L, and this may sound a bit strange, is love.
Okay.
It's about continuing to do something that you love. And for the UK football trials community, that's going to be your football, right? Yep. Find time to play football as much as you can. If it's something you love doing, you're going to feel great about doing it. Your confidence is going to get a natural boost if you spend more time doing something you enjoy. Yeah. But there's another element to this, which is about loving other people. Okay. Loving the world. Look, it's a gift to be here and be alive, right? And so what I say is, when we talk about love, find a way to use what you love to inspire others. Because when we have a mission, when we have a vision for our life that is bigger than just ourselves, it allows us to receive a huge boost in confidence because we feel like we are doing something meaningful, worthwhile, inspiring. And all of those things, they connect with the greatest things about being human, which is about helping others, about being a positive member of your community, of your family. So when we talk about love in terms of confidence, it's about doing what you love because you feel great, but it's also about helping others and somehow finding a way to make other people's lives better. Because there's nothing better for your own confidence.
And it's interesting you say that, because since we started the Changes Through Sport programme, it's one of the greatest achievements I think has been seeing, it's nothing about the rewards that you get apart from seeing the people be better. And then when you look on Sky Sports News, almost every single day there's a sports team of some kind that have been to a hospital, visited kids that have got cancer, and they hugging them, giving them presents and having photos with them, and that act of service, it comes into love as well.
Of course, and look, obviously there's an element of that is a kind of a PR exercise for the clubs,
right?
But you see the smiles on the children's faces, and you see the faces of the players, and you know that's real. You know the impact it's made is real, and so we're not making this stuff up. You're seeing the evidence every day.
Excellent.
So S, small steps. M is make sure you got your meals right. I, ignore the haters. You do your thing. L is love. Be love in the world. And then finally, E is about exercise. Okay. Exercise. There are very, very few things better on this planet at giving you the right kind of internal body chemistry to promote confidence than exercise. It's why one of the first things they say to anyone who is depressed, go for a walk. Because you start moving your body and you start to activate the positive neurochemistry. Okay, and E ties in. Exercise ties in so powerfully with the final one of S.M.I.L.E.S, which is stillness. So we have exercise, we have movement, but we also have stillness, and that is any kind of meditative activity. And what we mean by meditation is simply something that focuses the mind. It could be visualizing yourself scoring goals, really dropping into a zone where you're focusing on, right, this is how I pick up the ball, this is where I'd put the ball, so that when you come to the pitch, you're doing it automatically. And we're going to talk about that in the confidence videos for the Improve My Football section. But stillness and exercise, those two are, if you could put those two together and bottle them as, a supplement for they will put the drug companies out of business. There'd be no need for antidepressants. There'd be no need for, these special programs, these special drugs, because exercise and stillness meditation, these are superpowers.
And it's amazing that you can actually measure. I've seen it, an actual video of how the brain changes when you exercise, and I can't remember a single time that I've ever done any exercise and regretted it.
Absolutely.
Because you feel so much better.
Well, they talk about there's a thing called the runner's high, which is once you've finished your run or your exercise, you've got so many endorphins, so much serotonin, dopamine flowing through your system. Those are all kind of chemicals that make you feel great, by the way, flowing through your system, that you feel like you're on some kind of drug. Exercise is amazing, and meditation releases all of those same chemicals, just in different ways.
And meditation, some people may think, sitting still and humming and everything else. And I think you only have to look at the way that the players arrive in any sport. They have headphones on, and some people say they listen to house music. Sometimes it's just they turn the noise cancelling on so they can't hear anything. So it's just quiet. So music can be a great way to meditate and focus your mind.
Absolutely. It's about, my personal meditation is running. I just go for a run in nature. So it's anything that helps you focus the mind. And that's what the players are doing at that point. They're cutting out all the distractions so they can focus on what they need to do as soon as they hit the pitch. We recognise that here in the S.M.I.L.E.S, you've got the basics of confidence. Okay? And, you can share that, I hope, with your family, with your friends. But we recognise that there are certain things that as a sportsman, as a footballer, there are things you need to do to ensure that when you are on the pitch, you're at your most confident. And when you're with your teammates, that you have a bond that's going to allow you to score the winning goal in the 90th minute versus start arguing and falling out and losing the match. So that's why we've put together this series of videos, so that we really go into depth and detail about what it takes for footballers to be confident on the pitch and to have confidence with their teammates. And it's so exciting to be able to share this stuff, because when we were growing up, we didn't have access to any of this. Like I said, because it's only recently coming out. Even some of the stuff I share in the videos in the last month, it's scientific studies that have been done. So it's such a fantastic opportunity to be able to share this new knowledge with your community.
And we're going to be continuing to add, like you say, there's more research coming out all the time. Sports science, sports psychology is becoming something that's being invested increasingly in the sporting world.
Absolutely.
So we'll keep adding to these videos as well, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything new I find, you guys are going to be some of the first people I share it with. So
great. Okay, and this will help the players get scouted at our events. But if they can't come to one of our trials, then I suppose confidence helps them in their everyday life, school, college, work, relationships with families, for parents even. Is it suitable for them?
There is no part of life where confidence doesn't play a part. And by confidence, we don't mean you have to be kind of big, loud and out there jumping on your chair or whatever it might be. but it's about being solid in who you are. And perhaps you're someone who's naturally quiet, but that doesn't mean that, say, when you go for a job interview, or when you go and support your grandmother, all of these elements have confidence, because you have to be certain about what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And it's confidence that allows you to have that certainty.
Fantastic. Well, can't wait to hear more about it, George. Well, thank you for joining us
Brilliant.
today.
It's been a pleasure.
And, if you go onto the Improve My Football section, all you have to do there is go to the Buy Now part. And like we say, we've got experts in many different fields. George is just one of the many experts that we use, and this information, like we say, cutting edge stuff, is going to help you in many parts of your life and with your football. So we highly recommend it. If you're serious about improving your life and improving your football, then this is a fantastic video series, and I've seen a couple of them, and I've taken notes, and I'm sure it will help improve my confidence as well. So look forward to seeing you in the confidence and attitude section of Improve Your Football. Thanks so much.
Fantastic.
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 Thanks so much.